This is Matrix Lord 212, and now I want to discuss the Silence, which is not a species but a religious sect. Now, keep in mind too, the Silence were also created by Stephen Moffat, and the Silence are very, very similar to the Weeping Angels. Okay, with the Weeping Angels, they can't move unless you look away. With the Silence, if you look away, you forget who they are. Um, Now, I think that the Silence, obviously, they were created by someone. Could be they were created by the Time Lords. In the event that the Time Lords society would fall, they would rise up to be sort of like the timekeepers. They watch over time since the very beginning, and if there's something going on that's going to alter a fixed point, they would interfere. An example of this, obviously, is the Doctor not dying on Lake Silencio and them interfering. Um, but I think that they're very curious about Amy Pond, Amelia Pond, because of the simple fact that it is because of Amy Pond that the cracks were created. So I do believe that they are curious about how this happened, and this is why I think originally, like you always see the Silence around. So I do think now it's a mystery who created the Silence, whether it be Omega, the Time Lords. I for one think the Time Lords created the Silence and left them behind. And I think that there's going to be a confrontation eventually with the Weeping Angels and the Silence, if my theory is correct, because it could be that the Silence are basically soldiers for the Time Lords, basically, and they really, if they've been around in history, they haven't interfered, other than if they have to interfere, which something's in place that doesn't belong. So I do believe that the Silence were created. It could be that they're foot soldiers for the Time Lords. It could be that they're for Omega. They could be from the Master, somebody. But I do believe that they are the timekeepers. They are meant to watch over history and watch for anything that is wrong, and then they would directly interfere. Now, what do you call it? What's her name? Madame Quaverian. Okay, Madame Quaverian works for the Silence, but who do the Silence work for? That's the question. Now, the Silence also hunted the vampires in Venice for some reason, so that's another thing I'm curious about. And exactly where are the Silence from? Are they from this universe? Were they created by the Time Lords, or were they from somewhere else? So that's something that we need to figure out. But obviously, they want to prevent the Doctor from revealing his real name. They wanted the fixed point to happen at Lake Silencio. So obviously they are connected, or maybe some way connected to the Time Lords. So, alright, other than that, that's what I wanted to say for now. Please leave your comments below. Bye-bye.